Hi guys, today we're doing activity 37, stocks. So you want to type the data that is on, I believe it's the third page of the activity, and then you are going to, and it should look something like this, and then you're going to select, in number 3, you're going to change the column widths of A and C to 26 and left align. Left align's the default, so just 26, select it, column width, change it to 26, click OK, C, same thing, column width 26. Okay, in number 4, we want to format the width of column B to 8 and left align. Again, left align is the default, so nothing to do that way. But column width we can change to 8, which is going to make it slightly smaller. There we go. And format the width of column D through J to 12 and right align. So we want to select all of these, and we want to change the column width to 12, and for whatever reason it is 12, so that's great, but yours may not be. And then we want to right align, which is up in here, and again it's right next to center. If we go over here, right align, and it should move everything over. Okay, looks pretty good. Alright, so then we want to format cells D4 through D18 as numbers displaying 0 decimal places with a comma separation. So we're going to go here. This is the number of shares. So we want to, again, select D4 down to D18. So this bunch right here, we want to format it as a number with 0 decimal places and with a comma separator. Okay, so we're going to click OK there, and it should look something like that with that comma separator for the thousands. All right, now we want to, this is a new skill, so we might want to pay a little bit more attention here. In number 7, we're going to format cells E4 through I20. So E4, right here, through I, and then down to 20. So if we put some totals in later, that's where we're going to be. And we want to put those in and reformat those. So format cells as numbers, displaying 2 decimal places. Oh, we got that. We need a comma separator, and we would like any negative numbers to be red and in parentheses. So that's the last one on here, red and in parentheses. In accounting in general, negative numbers are not just negative, but they show up as red and in parentheses. And that's one of the reasons that when we talk about Black Friday after Thanksgiving, it's the first day that those columns start to show positive numbers sometimes as far as sales are concerned, and so those profit is concerned, excuse me. So therefore, that's why we call it Black Friday. It's not because it's has something to do with anything else. It has to do with the fact that in the accounting book it goes from red to black. Okay, that's not going to show up right away, so don't get too excited. Number 8, format cells J4 through J18 as percentages, displaying 2 decimal places. So again, we're going to take these right down here to 18. There we go. And we want to format that as percentages. Whoops, apparently it's already done. So percentages displaying 2 decimal places, and that's what we want there. Okay, I may not have made all the changes on this the last time I showed it to kids. Then we're going to bold rows 1, 2, and 20. So we can do that thing where we can select more than one row, or you can just do them individually. 1, 2, You can just bold those, or you can also select row 20 using your control key and then bold them all. All right, underline row 2. Well, that's not too hard to do. So let's do that. We're going to select row 2 and underline. All right, next thing we're going to do is compute the formulas for the first stock. So we're going to go to the purchase value, and we're going to go to F4, and we're going to put in the purchase value is the number of shares times the purchase price. So this number of shares times the purchase price. So we are going to put in equals and then D4 times E4. And we use that asterisk or that little star that's above the 8 for multiplication. Okay. All right, so the purchase value on that stock is $61 times 1,750. Sorry, 6150 times 1,750 is going to give us 107,000 plus. All right, then we're going to go to the selling value over here, and it says to put in the number of shares. So again, over here, D4. And then that is times the selling price, which is G4. And so we are going to put in again equals and then D4 and then that asterisk or multiplication G4. Okay, and we should get something that looks like that. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go into the gain loss column, so this one right here, and we are going to figure out that that is the selling value, so this one, and then minus the purchase value. So if we, bought the stock for this much, this was the purchase value, then if we sold it for this much, should have a profit, and we do, then what was that profit? Okay, so that's what we want to figure out there. So we're going to put in equals, and we're going to put in H4 minus D4. Sorry, F4. H4 minus F4. Excuse me, I screwed that up. H4 minus F4. Okay, so that should give us a nice tidy little profit. That does seem to be this subtracting that, and that's good. All right, last thing that we want to figure out the formula for is this column, which is a percentage. So we want to do that by saying that it is this amount divided by the purchase value. Okay, so we are going to put in equals, and then we're going to have I4, which is our gain loss, I4, and then divided by, which is that forward slash that is underneath the question mark, and then we're going to put in F4, which is our purchase value. So I4 divided by F4, and that's going to give us our percentage of gain or loss. Okay, good. So what we're going to find then is, as we draw down for the other stocks, is that we might have some of them that turn red because they would have suffered a loss. So some of these may turn red, and that just means that they did not gain, they lost, and therefore are a negative number. Now it's not going to happen here because that wouldn't make sense, and it's not going to happen here. But here, this is where it's going to happen. And we can see, some of these definitely made a profit and some of them definitely had a loss. Okay, we want to do that for all the columns. Okay. And then we want to position the cursor in cell F20. So F is right there, and 20 is right here, F20, and they would like us to find a sum for that. And so we're going to sum up these right here. And basically, since there's just one extra space there, it should work to just go up here. And we haven't done this one before, but do you see this funky E up here? That's the auto sum. And that auto sum should allow us to total all of these up without too much trouble. So we're going to click on that. So it's going to put in, you see the formula is going to be sum F4 to F19. And we could definitely get the F19 out of there, but it's blank, so it shouldn't affect us. So there we go. And then we're going to repeat it in cells H20 to sum the cells H4 to H18. So we can just click right there. And again, go up here, auto sum those, and enter. And then we can do the same in I20. So right here is where we want to be with that. And so we want to do the same kind of thing there. Okay. So this starting out is going to be like this 999 number. This is going to be higher than that one, and this is going to be considerably lower because this is our gain. And we did make money on all of these stocks, but at the same time, we lost some on some of them too. Okay, so the other thing it would like us to do is to do some fill colors. So we're going to add some more color to this spreadsheet. So it would like us to do a fill color for F1 through F20. And so we're going to do that. F1 through F20 down there. And it would like that fill color to be yellow. So we can go up to our little paint can. We can also right click and go to Format Cells and go to Fill. I think the paint can's a lot easier, so we're just going to go with that. And it would like us to do basically the same thing here for H. So H1 to H20 is also going to be yellow. And then it would like us to do something like that for I and J. So I1 to I20, would like that to be light green. So there's a light green, good enough for me. And J1 through J20 also, it would like that to be light green. Alright, so that's kind of the color scheme of your spreadsheet. It should look something like that. And then it would like you to add a header and footer. So we're going to go to the Insert tab, and we're going to go over, clear over to the right, find the text button, and find header and footer. We're going to type in Activity 37, and put your name in there. And then we're going to go to the middle and type in stocks. It would help if you could spell stocks. Okay, and then we're going to tab over and put in the current date, which goes up again to this button, current date. You guys should be getting real used to that by now. It's going to put the ampersand or the and symbol and date in brackets, and later on you will see the date. It also wants you to add a footer, and the footer should have a page number. So page 1 is fine for that. And you can there you have your header and your footer and all these pretty colors, and yeah, really awesome. So go ahead and save that, and you want to save that as Activity 37 stocks or just stocks. And once you've saved it, I'm not going to save mine because I'll need it for class, but anyway, you're going to save that, and then you're going to send it to Canvas. Okay? All right.